Human rights groups now reporting Iranian courts have sentenced 4 more people to death over January's protests in Iran, including the first woman set for execution. Dr. Sheila Nazarian fled Iran as a child. She's now a plastic surgeon, lives in California, and she's back on our program and joins me now. Doctor, why don't you comment on this woman a moment here? But since the beginning of this war, these are the numbers we've tracked. 656 executions in 3 months. 341 in January, 307 in February, 8 recorded in March while Iran was offline. Let me get to being offline in a moment here, but you were talking about violations called crimes against God. And when a woman is executed in Iran, the details you provide are harrowing. Is this going to happen?
Bill, Bill, in Iran, just to let your audience know, they believe this regime, these Islamists, they believe that if a woman is killed and she's a virgin, she goes to heaven. So what they do is they will gang rape her before they execute her. And it's just mind-boggling to me, this Elizabeth Banks sitting comfy in a little cushy couch on a podcast with her hair slicked back, talking about how could anyone vote for Donald Trump. Well, you know, Kamala Harris posted on X yesterday that this is a war of choice, and Donald Trump is the only one helping these people in Iran. So Elizabeth Banks, this woman, Bita, is about to be gang raped and publicly executed, and so are 3 more women. And they have been doing this to many young people. Every single day, 1 or 2 public executions. So you're sitting there on your cushy couch talking about Kamala Harris. You claim to be a feminist. You claim to be a humanitarian. Where are you when the women need you? You're a fake. You are a hypocrite. You are of no help to anyone. So if you claim to be a feminist, you claim to be a humanitarian, you claim to be a good person, America, Iran isn't just a military war or peace in the Middle East or oil stabilization. This is a humanitarian issue. They are killing young people every single day. And the only one that has helped is President Trump.
You know, it's a lack of knowledge and understanding, really. And you understand it better than most. I think about that 19-year-old wrestler who was sentenced to death. I mean, just barbarian. But when I hear you talk
Bill,
about
let
this,
me tell
you talk about this as a humanitarian issue. Because you're thinking about 92 million people who have been subjected to this government for almost 50 years, Doctor.
Yeah, the reason why my family escaped Iran on the back of a pickup truck while the Iranian border police was shooting at us to not escape is because they put my father on a kill list because he was the chief medical officer, a physician affiliated with the Shah's hospital. Okay? I'm so grateful that my family got me out of Iran, me and my sister. They had 2 daughters. They could see this is no future for a girl in Iran. And imagine there are millions of people in Iran who knew westernization, who knew freedom 47 years ago, and they lost it because the useful idiots on college campuses, the leftists on college campuses, joined hands with the Islamists, which is exactly what's happening here. They're using the exact same playbook, the exact same propaganda. And they would say things like, why is the Shah living in a castle while there's homeless people on the street? There's no equity here. They use flowery words to trick comfortable, useful idiots on college campuses who have no real problems, to trick them into bringing Islam into the world.
Yeah, perhaps.
And now to a growing mystery, the death of an American lifestyle influencer, Ashlee Robinson, better known online as Ashlee Janae. Now, she had been on what seemed to be a dream vacation to Zanzibar, celebrating her birthday and saying yes when her boyfriend popped the question. But within a few days, she was dead. CBS Weekend News anchor Jerika Duncan spoke with her family.
Ashlee Robinson was on the vacation of a lifetime. She was in Zanzibar, which is off the coast of Tanzania. She was there celebrating her 31st birthday. Her boyfriend of about a year and a half, Joe McCann, proposed to her on the trip, but last week something went terribly wrong. Police say Robinson was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to the hospital where she later died. Now, her parents tell me they received a call from McCann, the boyfriend, acknowledging that something had happened. But they say it was the resort where Robinson was staying that notified the family of their daughter's death.
Do you believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
It's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
It's under investigation, and
Like we said, we just want transparency.
Today, investigators in Tanzania held a news conference where they said they are questioning McCann and they are holding his passport until the autopsy results are complete.
The world has spent the last week mourning Ashlee Janae. We've seen the hashtags, the endless reels, the soft life aesthetic turned into a digital wake. This is worldwide. We demand answers for one woman who was killed, allegedly, by her fiance in Tanzania. As we should, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But while the Western internet is busy dissecting every frame of her final vacation, there's a deafening, cowardly silence coming from the same progressive feminist circles regarding the women of Iran. As recently as today, as we sit in our climate controlled apartments, in our comfortable offices, in our rooms, in our restaurants, the Iranian regime has sentenced Bita Hemati to death. She is the first woman from the latest wave of protest to face the gallows, while the men of the IRGC hide in their bunkers, hide away from Donald Trump, the boogeyman, and those American missiles, true geopolitical threats. They still find the time to tighten the noose around the necks of the women of their country. But where's the global outcry for these women? Where's the global outcry for Bita? Where are the feminist groups who claim to represent all women? They're silent. Or maybe even worse, they're busy painting the regime as a virtuous, heroic victim of Western bullying, ignoring that this same regime is literally a meat grinder for the feminist spirit. American women enjoy every freedom these Iranian women are literally dying for. The right to speak, the right to dress the way they want, hell, even the right to exist. Yet many here cheer for the very systems that rob their so-called sisters of these freedoms. It reminds me of the words of Dante. The hottest place in hell are reserved for those who, in a period of moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. It also reminds me of a Bible scripture from Proverbs 31. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. But we don't speak up, or at least females don't. We pick the tragedies that are trendy and ignore the ones that require us to look in the face of true evil. We weep for an influencer, but we offer nothing but a cold, empty vacuum for the women standing on the scaffolds in Tehran, waiting to be thrown off. I have a message for the women of America who act in a treasonous manner against their own country. Enjoy your freedom today. Just know that while you use it to scroll past the uncomfortable truth, Bita Hemati is counting her final breaths as she rots away in an Iranian cell, waiting to be violated because the IRGC, they believe that if you're a virgin and you die, you go to heaven. So they have to make sure that you don't do that. So they will, quote unquote, marry her many, many times. She will be married to many, many men before she is eventually executed. And she'll have to face that truth entirely alone. I don't understand how this hypocrisy is going unnoticed. And I'm not even telling you to feel sorry for anybody. My message ain't even really to the women. My message today is really to the men who actually have the time to listen to these women tell you about all these things they stand for, all these values, all these things they want. Oh, we're fighting for women. I stand up for women. Like, the men who are dumb enough to actually believe this crap. Because if these women actually stand up for each other and there's really a sisterhood, there should be a global outcry for the women who are literally getting ready to be executed by the IRGC for protesting. Remember when all the people, when I was talking about the IRGC in Iran, remember they were telling me, oh, there were Mossad troops in the crowd during the protest. Mossad troops, Israeli troops were there, all that, right? Well, the woman they're about to execute is an Israeli troop. The women, there's multiple. They've already executed hundreds, but there's like 4 who are going to die tomorrow. There's no report from Iran saying that these women are associated with Mossad in any way. What is their crime? They've sinned against God by challenging the IRGC to simply stop destroying the Iranian economy in the name of keeping oligarchs and their benefactors rich. Stop stealing our taxpayer dollars and funneling them to the pockets of your rich buddies. That's all they're basically saying. And for that, they will be sentenced to die. And there's not a single woman on earth outside of Iran, other than these certain Iranian women, who is actually giving a damn enough to even bring it up. What they're really doing is they're cheering Iran on, trying to do mental gymnastics to make it seem as if the IRGC is somehow winning in this war against America, where they're getting absolutely decimated. I had someone today tell me, China is going to come for the United States. They're running ships through the Strait of Hormuz right past the so-called American blockade. Listen, I got a cousin that's sitting right in the Persian Gulf right now. I hit him up and I said, man, you telling me Chinese ships is coming through? He said, bro, there was one Chinese ship that tried to come through called the Starry. And we told that bit, if you don't turn your ass around now, prepare to be boarded. And if you resist, prepare to be annihilated. I looked it up. It was true. We're literally trying to find a win for Iran in this conflict, while they are literally sentencing female protesters to death. And you know what the funniest part about it? Well, nothing's funny about it, but you know what the most tragic part about it is? The most tragic part about it is that no one even wants to have the discussion because they all know it's true, but they won't allow any room in their brains that might shed a little light on the fact that the Iranian regime is a terrorist group that operates in a treacherous, murderous way against women. I'm going to be real, man. I don't want to hear it. When these women start yapping and bumping their gun, feminine, I do not want to hear it. Because I know, I've always known, ever since I listened to Street Gospel from Sugar Free, I've always known that the feminist movement is not really a movement at all. The only time it's a movement, the only time these women want to come together is when they feel like they can weaponize it against men. You think the IRGC is bad? Look at all the female politicians that protected Eric Swalwell, the predator who was running for governor of California, who's been a known predator for decades. And all the women in California politics, including but not limited to people like Nancy Pelosi, ran cover for this man just so they could put another Democrat in office. It's all bullcrap. It's all BS, and I'm not going for it. The question is, are you? Are you really going to sit here as a man and allow yourself to be hamstrung on a bunch of fake outrage that never translates to anything real, but is only weaponized on a whim by women when they seek to use it against men in their own country? See, the feminists are brave enough to stand up against Western men because they know we've basically been trained like dogs not to slap fire from them. But when it comes to these Muslims that they love so much, I mean, you literally have female protesters on college campuses chanting, globalize the intifada, right? They don't feel fear. They don't have this fear of these Muslim Islamic men who, as we see, operate in a very treacherous manner with females. They don't fear them, but they fear you raising your voice. They fear you yelling at them. Oh, you're psychologically abusive. They got everything we do for these women is abuse. But everything that the Muslim Islamists do, oh, that's acceptable, because as long as Donald Trump, as long as you ain't a Western man, whether you black, white, blue, or green, as long as you weren't born in the West, anything you do is okay. They're willing to submit to terrorists and tyrants. But the men who actually are dumb enough to pay attention to what they say and actually consider what they think, they undermine us every chance they get. I think we need to be a little bit more terroristic, if you ask me, because that's what they're showing you they want. The liberal women of America are laying out the red carpet for the radical extremist terrorists of the Middle East and abroad, literally fighting their own government to allow these people to march into our country undeterred. They're sending you a message, but for some reason you're just not getting it. We got to eliminate feminism, y'all. We gotta send feminism back to the depths of hell from which it came. I'm not saying we got to start disrespecting women or anything like that, but the idea that women have formulated a political movement, built a political movement centered around just being a woman is absolute bullshit. Because what kind of political movement do you have if it's supposedly global, but you got women who are about to be on the chopping block in Iran, a country run by a terrorist regime, and all the feminists, the liberals around the world are not only just ignoring it, they're literally cheering the regime on, pretending that they don't know what the hell is happening. The Bible says that a good tree cannot produce bad fruit. And I think that the women of today, with their blatant hypocrisy, who call themselves feminists, well, I believe there's a bunch of bad fruit among their ranks. So is the tree really good? I know this is the message that you don't want to hear, but why is Ashlee Janae, a black social media influencer who advocated for this soft life movement, which in itself is incredibly toxic, because it tells a woman, don't choose a man based on love or compatibility. Just throw your vagina to whoever got the most money and is willing to spend it on you. It's really just a form of glorified prostitution. We looking for her. Where's she at? That murderous white boy, he killed her. He choked her. That man is already guilty in our minds. But we let the Arab terrorists over on the other side of the globe kill his women with impunity while we cheer him on. Power to the people. But do you guys not realize, like I realize, how this stuff goes against everything we claim to stand for? And that's how I know, like Nas said, our values are so low that our values are no good. Black people built everything we got on protest. We literally went out in the street and built a whole movement based on getting brutalized for exercising our constitutional right to peaceful protest. How do we sit and cheer on a country that literally slaughters its people for doing the same thing? They didn't say this lady did espionage. They didn't say she was a double agent. They didn't say she committed treason. They literally just said you sinned against God. Because if you say anything, critical of us, you sinning against God. And now she about to go get hung. They hanging people over there. She's about to get hung. And I don't see the women fighting mad over here. I don't see the women over here spitting piss and vinegar over what's going on. If the feminist was real, if the feminism was real, they'd be asking Donald Trump to bomb their ass right now. They'd be saying, look, President Trump, can you threaten these dudes with some strikes if they don't release that woman, those women, because there's multiple of them, there's dozens of them. If they don't release those women and just let them come on over here or go to another country for asylum, I'm sure you could throw that in the negotiation like nothing, and they probably concede to it because it's nothing. Hell, if you don't want her, we'll take her, knock her ass up and give her some welfare. They won't even do that. Has any woman in America even sent a strongly worded letter to the White House? Where are all these thousands of women with social media platforms? Have any of them said anything about this? Nope. The only people who reported on it? Fox News, the racists, the bigots, the ones you hate. Oh, they're fake journalists. Why? Because it's not convenient. And in their minds, it's not useful to their narrative. We live in a world of nothing but narratives. People don't care about people anymore. People only care about you if them pretending to care about you can further their narrative. And I want people to stop falling for it. Even in my comments, you have people, you're a lost cause. They don't want to attack what I'm saying. They don't want to attack the subject matter. They just want to attack the person. Because confronting the truth for these people is just too hard. They're cowards. As I do in every episode, I will put the link in the comments. Come tell me how I'm a lost cause. Come tell me how, they've leveled all types of criticisms against me. But I'll tell you one thing, they'll never come up here and say it to my face. They never will, because they can't. Because everything they're saying has been programmed into them. And when you're programmed, it's like when someone gives you the answers to a math question or a math problem, but then the teacher asks you to show your work. You don't really know how to explain how you arrived at that sentiment. All you know is that someone told you to say it and you just regurgitated it. I'm standing up for women who no one else is standing up for. I'm talking about them on my channel when I could have just brought up Roland Martin and probably Ashlee Janae and been sitting up in here with 300 people watching. But I said, no, because what's going on right here is not right. And sometimes you have to stand up for what's right. But these people don't know anything about that. They only know how to stand up for what's convenient. That's the difference. Oh, dude, suspect definitely got 4 years. 4.5 for... Bro, I didn't know the lady he beat up was an old lady. Speaking of women, this dude, almighty suspect, had us thinking he pepper sprayed some young girl and beat her up. This dude beat up and pepper sprayed a 50-year-old woman. But this is what I'm saying. This guy, this receding hairline faggot, he's literally gonna go to jail and people gonna be like, free sus. Free sus. Whole time this dude done beat up and assaulted somebody's grandma. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, y'all sit up. These guys from No Jumper, these fans, they literally cheer this loser on. Dude had the audacity to bring his kid on the show and be like, oh, feel sorry for me because I brought my baby up here. Bro, that baby is better off without that loser. Damn woman assaulter. And I don't mind if he was knocking out one of these young hoes, but damn, he beat up an old lady. What did she do to you? Don't tell me you tried to get the old lady out there on the blade, dude. She would have had to put all types of talcum powder and baby powder on her shit. Please don't, please. Oh, Lord. Now they doing May 1st, no kings. Oh, Lord. These people are so dumb. They literally hold no kings protests while sitting up taking the side of dictators against their democratically elected president. They're literally going to protest. They're going to exercise their right to protest, freedom, peaceful protest. They're going to exercise their right to peaceful protest to go at Trump, but not to defend dictators who kill their people if they protest. I'm just telling you, you could be mad at me if you want to. You're not going to find a better country than America, bro. You're just not. Because America is the only place on earth where stupid people can survive. You have the right to tell the president, screw you, asshole, to his face, and there's nothing he could do about it. You want to go try that with the leader, with the new gay Ayatollah? Bro, to cut your damn arms off. You want to go? You think you go say that to Xi Jinping? You saw what he did to that billionaire dude, Jack Ma, right? Bro, to cut your little wee-wee off and stuck you in a hole for re-education. But this is what we're dealing with. People who exhibit blatant hypocrisy, trying to tell us that we're the bad guys. I'm telling you, if you're feeling like I'm feeling, you're the good guy. If you understand and you're buying what I'm selling, you're the good guy. Don't let these maggots bring you down. Put it in the air. What's up, man? A weed smoker.
What's going on? What's going on?
I know you smoke weed. Your lips is black.
Of course. So look, I'm wondering.
Why you say of course like every black person does that?
When did I say every black person does that? How did you decipher that I said of course as if every black person does that?
Why did you try to normalize it?
How did I try to normalize it?
You said of course, like.
That's normalizing something because I said of course?
To me it is.
To you it is, exactly. To you it is. It's not normalizing something because I said of course.
Oh,
now,
okay.
let me ask you a question because all you MAGA guys are all of a sudden Christians.
Christians.
You guys are, super Christians.
I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian. You mentioned something
about Christianity just 5 minutes ago.
I mentioned something about the Bible 5 minutes ago.
Right.
So I can't
Why you mention something about the Bible if you're not a Christian?
I can't read the Bible if I'm not a Christian?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Because I feel like the Bible has a lot of lessons that are really good. Just like if I read Way of the Superior Man, there are a lot of, or Who Moved My Cheese, there are a lot of good lessons in those books.
Right. I mean, so this is the problem, right, we're having with you MAGA guys, right? You guys do stuff like, I believe I saw you on No Jumper with the Corn Stars. So it's like you're on No Jumper with the Corn Stars and with the white boy that's like the cuck. But then you get up on YouTube and you try to act like you're like an alpha male and stuff. But then it's like, in real life, you guys are like,
when did I say I was an alpha male?
Well, you guys, like you said, like you inferred from when I said, of course, as if I was trying to make it seem like smoking was okay and every black person did that. What we're getting from you guys is this alpha male attitude. Like when you guys get up here and tell people, oh, the Democrats don't want to come up and argue because they don't have any facts.
You guys don't.
I came on your stream a couple days ago and I kept asking, why is it that Republicans have only created 3% of the jobs since 1989? And I couldn't get an answer out of you.
That's ignorant because most of the business owners in America are conservatives. The problem with you is you look at politicians like that's what makes America work. People make America work, and conservative people can create far more jobs than liberal people. That's a fact. So go back, rearrange reverse these mental gymnastics you did before you said that idiocy. I'm a Republican. I have 3 businesses. How many businesses do you have? How many businesses do these liberals that you know have? They don't have any. They're working or they're literally trying to find a way to be on welfare or abuse the system to get on Section 8.
So this is why I have to come up, because I have to show these guys that you guys are just beta males that just don't know what you're talking about, just talk out of your ass. You see how I gave you a fact, something that you could Google, something that people at home, they could just Google. They don't have to listen to me. They can just Google that fact. They can just see it for themselves. They don't got to listen to me. You just go into Google, just type in how many jobs have Republicans created since the Reagan administration. You will see that they have only created 3% of the jobs. So if you have a brain and you understand that the world is run by money, then you'll know that voting for Republicans is just stupid. Because they don't help the GDP that much, right? They just hold on to their money. They don't do the trickle down economics. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. So that's what I'm saying for you guys to get up here. When you guys get up here and say, "Oh, the Democrats,"
okay, look,
they don't come with any facts.
Hold on, we went to the facts.
Ahead.
We went to the facts that don't support. I already know what you're saying is a lie. Research indicates that conservative Republicans create more businesses than Democrats, with studies showing Republicans are on average 26% more likely to start a business.
Small business.
Hold on.
Private sector.
The private sector is the engine of our economy. You're talking about government jobs.
Google how many people have jobs in the private sector. Everybody in the comment section.
We can't talk at the same time.
Everybody in the comment section. Because you tried to Google some bullshit. You did some beta mail shit.
We can't talk at the same time.
You did some beta mail bullshit.
We can't talk at the same time.
You did some beta mail bullshit. Like I told people, go to your own Google. Don't listen to this beta mail. Go to your own Google. Type in how many jobs have Republicans created for the U.S. economy since the Reagan administration.
It
will show you how many jobs the private section. It will show you how many jobs.
You're calling me a beta mail, but you're acting like a female. You're calling me a beta male, but you're acting like a female.
Hold on, beta. I'm gonna let you get your chance.
Only females try to overtalk people.
Beta, hold on. I'm going to let you get your chance.
Only females try to overtalk people.
It will show you how many jobs are in the private sector. It will show you how many jobs are in the public. It will show you that there are more jobs in the public, right?
We know public. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at.
No, you're not, sir. What are you talking about?
This man is so dumb, he doesn't even know that private sector is the same as public. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Private sector is the same as public?
This man is dumb.
Private sector is the same as public?
Yes.
Like in the comment section, bro, they're laughing at you. Like they're laughing at you in the comment section. They're like, this guy's an idiot.
Hold on real quick.
Private, public. Private,
oh my
public.
God.
Private, public.
Man.
Are those two the same things?
Oh my God, this guy's
Are you
dumb.
serious right now?
You really
private
don't
and public are the same thing? No, let's just go to private and public, or private and public the same thing. If I go to the
okay, can you stop talking? Can you stop talking so my audience can learn the facts other than what you're saying? Okay, guys, listen. I just pulled it up. This guy is actually dumb. What is the private sector? The private sector is the part of the economy owned, managed, and controlled by individuals, partners, or shareholders, rather than the government. See, he's dumb. He doesn't know that. He thought that public meant that that's what the people were starting. Like, say if your wife started a business, he thought that means it's in the public sector. No, that means it's in the private sector. Public sector is government jobs, jobs where your salary is paid by the people or the government, their tax money. This is what I'm telling y'all. People, I get why these dudes don't jump up on this panel, because they really ignorant. Conservative Republicans create more private sector jobs than Democrats. Most of the time, if you have a boss and you work at a job, your boss is going to be a conservative. Most of the time, even if he lies to you and says he is a liberal, he is still a conservative. And if he's liberal with his politics socially, he's definitely conservative with his money. Guys, listen. What are you? Come on, I'm gonna let you talk. Wait, bro. You was muted. Don't waste your breath. Wait.
Okay,
go ahead.
Now who created most U.S. jobs since 1989? Go ahead and Google that. Can you Google that?
I just looked. I just put it. I just Googled it.
No, can you Google exactly what I just said verbatim?
Okay.
Please, would you? Who created?
Do you want to say Republicans or Democrats?
Jobs? Who created the most jobs in the U.S. since 1989? Can you please Google that? And explain this to your viewers. Since Reagan administration, you could put.
You said since 1989.
You can put. It's the same thing, genius.
Do we get to
No, you can explain it to you. I'm gonna listen to you explain it to me. You're gonna explain it to me.
Hold on real quick.
You're going to explain it to me, sir.
Do we put government jobs or do we put private sector
No,
jobs?
just put jobs. No, just put jobs, sir.
Oh man, okay.
Just
Whatever.
put jobs, sir.
Whatever.
Yeah, just
That's
put jobs, sir. Just verbatim what I said, sir. That's it.
Okay. See, these guys don't have basic comprehension skills.
I know these guys. I know. Just read it. Go
okay.
ahead.
Based on total job numbers. Oh, is that showing right now? Based on total job numbers. Hold on. Damn, where the hell am I? Right here. Okay. Based on total job numbers recorded by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, since the start of the Reagan administration, Bill Clinton created the most jobs during his presidency, followed closely by Ronald Reagan himself. So what are you talking about?
Hold on. Wait a minute. And then what does it say under there?
Bro, okay.
What does it say under there?
Bill Clinton. Wait a minute.
No, what does it say?
Bro, are you gonna let me?
You keep
Are you
scrolling down.
let me
No,
read it or not?
We see that it says Joe
Bro,
Biden already. We
are
all
you
can
gonna
see your
let
screen,
me?
sir.
Are you gonna, bro? I could just take you down, bro. You're not gonna
Bro,
let me.
you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're
Okay.
a beta male. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Okay,
your
cool.
chat.
All right, this guy is an absolute idiot, and that's the problem, guys. Most black men, they're raised by single mothers, so they act like women. I'm doing everything the guy asked me to do. He's mad because he didn't know the difference between private sector and public sector. So now his only response is to filibuster the conversation. I mean, nobody gets to no one wins during that, right? So he's arguing, oh, Democrats created the most jobs since Ronald Reagan. Okay, under his administration, Bill Clinton created between 18.6 and 22.9 million jobs. Ronald Reagan created around 16 million to 16.5 million new jobs. Joe Biden added over 16 million jobs. So he created less than Ronald Reagan. But see, these type of statistics work on idiots. Understand that. Because if anybody knows the facts, Joe Biden was president during COVID. So as COVID began to end and people were able to go back to work, Joe Biden did a trick that fudged the numbers. He counted jobs that people were returning to as new jobs. And they weren't really new jobs. They were just jobs that people had lost due to COVID that they were going back to. And here's the problem with that. When you live your life with this type of where you're trying to one up everybody or one up the next guy, you lose in the end. Because why are you celebrating a bunch of jobs that people had before they lost because of COVID, then they went back? Those weren't new jobs, but Biden counted them as new jobs for some reason, but they weren't new at all. Does that mean 16 million Americans who didn't have a job at all before COVID now were given work? No, it just means 16 million Americans who lost their job due to COVID were able to return to work. That is not real statistics. That's not real progress. And it was only 16 millions. But what I'm telling you is the people who create the most jobs in this country, which we read, are conservatives. 9 times out of 10, if you work for somebody, that person is a conservative. The family that owns Walmart, where a lot of y'all work, that family is conservative. They donated to Trump. Understand that. But that's the problem with the black community. This is why we will always finish last, because we want to ignore nuance. We want to live in a world where nuance doesn't exist until we want it to exist. We understand nuance when we think it benefits the Democrats, but then we ignore nuance when we think it benefits the Republicans. Man, you still up here? You're still talking? You've been off the thing this whole time.
You live in a world where you're scared to talk to real niggas. That's all it is, man.
Nobody's scared. No. I live in a world based on
That's why you kick.
I live on a world based on respect. You're over talking the host of a show. It has nothing to do with fear. Because if we were face to face, I'd slap the shit out of you. But it's about respect. There ain't no old crusty looking Negro gonna overtalk me on my old show. Start your own damn show and then overtalk people on that. I swear, this guy doesn't even know what private sector means. And then he thinks that he's in a position to debate me. I just educated you so you could go educate the kids that you don't take care of. But he doesn't realize that. The black ego is undefeated. How you a grown man, bro, look like you're about 50, smoking weed and don't even know the difference between the private sector and the public sector. Bro look crazy as hell.
You said you would slap me. Oh my Lord.
I really would. I really would.
Oh my goodness.
But
Anyway, man, back to the job creation.
You
man.
lost that.
So why is it that Republicans have only created 3% of the jobs since 1989?
It don't say nothing
Why do you
about
think that is?
I typed in exactly what this dude said. That shit didn't say nothing about no 3%. He totally made that up. He totally made that up. Where the hell does it say any? He told me what to type in precisely. I typed it in exactly the way he told me, even with the Reagan administration thing. That shit don't say nothing about no 3% of jobs nowhere on here. Where does it say 3%? Where does it say 3%? Where? It don't say nothing like that. But this guy's going to say, oh, 3%, 3%. And then people don't even understand this. The way Democrats create jobs versus the way conservatives create jobs is totally different. Democrats create government jobs, which means the taxpayers pay for those people to work. Like, that's how you saw all the chicks going from welfare. You remember, y'all know the welfare to work program where the chicks is on the county and then next thing you know, they working for the county. Your money is paying them to be lazy up in there and commit fraud up in there. Conservatives create jobs like, yo, we're gonna empower people and incentivize them to start businesses. That's the difference. But see, we don't care about nuance. All we care about is if we think we could win an argument. But we live in the age of information, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, guys, we're going to the next subject. That was beautiful about the Ashlee Janae chick and the Iranian ladies. But yo, what's up with Roland Martin? This guy, Roland Martin, is in a lot of trouble, guys. He's literally getting attacked right now by black social media influencers from all over, both Republican and Democrat. Because Roland Martin, he sees the grasp of the Democrat Party over black people beginning to slip away. And so now he's resorted to literally just like insulting black people for not voting Democrat. And what I don't understand is why when Roland wants to convince you to vote Democrat, it never comes with a plan for us to like make progress. It's literally just him criticizing us, telling us that we should vote Democrat because he says so. And it's like, Roland, we have the internet. We have information. Do it because I say so is what got us here. Because you went in the voting booth as an 18-year-old kid, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you hit that lever for Democrat just because your big mama told you to. But what big mama didn't tell you was she had been a lifelong recipient of welfare. What big mama didn't tell you was she never had a job. Hold on, y'all. Big mama didn't tell you that she never held down a job. All she told you is her mama been voting Democrat, so she vote Democrat. So you got to vote Democrat. Big mama didn't tell you that Johnson said, I'm going to have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 50 years, right? Next 100 years. Where's 10 of 10? 10 of 100. He's gone. He left. But he can't answer anyway. But she never told you that. She just told you vote Democrat because that's what's best for you. And now you out here voting your damn community into the trash can and you don't even understand it. And the whole time, big fat roly-poly Martin is shaming you just like your mama would have if you don't do it. Guys, that's not a winning strategy. That's not a winning strategy for anybody. That is the politics of destruction, ultimately. And I'm glad to see that other influencers are waking up to that, because I've been calling Roland Martin out. He literally just he wants you to vote Democrat for his own benefit. That's it. That's it. He doesn't give a damn about you or me. Roland Martin is like, I have more access to the political administration or apparatus of this country when a Democrat is in office. So that means win, lose, or draw, y'all need to keep on voting Democrat. But I'm going to play this little clip where Roland Martin tries to talk to you about having a plan politically. If you have listen, Roland Martin been talking about a plan for like the past 30 years. We all voted for Joe Biden, like Roland Martin told us to. But when Joe Biden stopped answering the phone calls of the black people who got him elected, what did Roland Martin say? It doesn't matter. Just keep voting Democrat no matter what. This guy is a slave. He's just a house nigga, a gatekeeper, trying to keep the field niggas in line. It don't matter what Master do. You better keep your ass out there working, because he knows his ability to receive butter biscuits is tied to our labor or to our vote.
Y'all know.
No, we don't know.
We spend a lot of time really trying to help people out, to help them understand politics, to help them understand how things actually get done.
Roland Martin is so full of crap. For one, he's a multimillionaire and won't fix his damn microphone. For two, he says, we spend time trying to help people understand politics. Bro, no, you don't. You spend time telling people to vote Democrat. If he was trying to help you understand politics, he would line up he would teach you what Democrats stand for and what they want, and he would teach you what Republicans stand for and what they want. But Roland Martin knows if he actually broke that down honestly, most black people would find that they align with conservative Republicans. Most black people don't want their daughters to play on sports teams with men. Most black people don't want a man going in the bathroom with their daughter. Those are the things that Democrats stand for. That's why you never hear Roland Martin talk about that. It's like black folks with the creepy uncle who be touching the kids. We just don't talk about it. That don't mean it's not happening. We just don't talk about it. And that's Roland Martin. He tells you to vote Democrat, but the shady, predatory things Democrats do, guess what? He don't bring it up. And I think I might be able to prove it to you real quick. Let me see real quick. Let me go to Roland Martin's page and see if I can prove this to you. Let's see. Because we'll be in luck. Let's see. We gonna see right now how much of a gatekeeper this POS really is. All right, y'all, are y'all with me right here? Okay, let's look at Roland Martin's videos. I'm about to prove it to you and why you're better off here than over there. Because I know some of y'all like to go back and forth, right? We stupid, we this, we that. We not stupid. Roland Martin is a Predator supporter. Now, I just went to this dude's show. Let me see. Let me check this side before I start talking shit. All right. Let's go down. Okay, so let's go to his videos. Top line, black 15-year-old jaywalking, bumping gums is not a plan, black mayor under attack, what are y'all doing? What happened to Kyron Lacey? Off re-election bid. They're trying to rig the next election right in front of you. Trump escalates war in Iran. Blasphemy, Trump attack, shut the hell up. Bobby Scott, the House decides. Okay, I'm looking very carefully. Organized crime, they ate her ass up. You gotta get in his ass. I remember that one. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we're gonna play a quiz. We're gonna play a guessing game. What don't you see in Roland's? We're looking at Roland's last week of reporting. Now we're into 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks ago. What don't you see in Roland's past 2 to 3 weeks of reporting? I'll give you guys 10 seconds to answer this. Please tell me if you see what is missing from this. Now, these are the pre-recorded videos. Let's go to the live stream. They talking about Jackie Robinson, Second Opinion, The Breakdown, Kings and Pawns. 2 days ago, Vatican clashes with Trump. Virginia redistricting, which he should be against, but he's not. NASA Artemis 2 feed. So yeah, we're getting into 8 days ago. Deshaun Williams body cam, racist teacher exposed. 12 days ago, that's 2 weeks. Trump fires Pam Bondi, infertility. Okay, can anyone tell me what you don't see on Uncle Roland's page? Can anyone, listen, tell me, can anyone tell me what is not even being discussed on Roland Martin's page? Oh no, I got you, lunatic. I'm gonna send you the link right now. Can anyone tell me? I want y'all to tell me what is missing from Roland Martin's page that is major news right now involving the Democrats. I don't see nobody with the answer, but I know. Attorney Tyke, tell me, what is major news that's being covered by everybody? Nope, not Ashlee. Attorney Tyke, Sucker Season, everyone. L.A. Thorne, what is major news that is not being covered? I'm going to get the super chats, then I'm going to tell you if y'all don't figure it out. Shout out to my boy Normandy Drive. L.A. Thorne, what is the name of the economist that created trickle-down economics? Public is government. Private is individual. L.A. Thorne, too bad bro didn't know that. He was an idiot. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate y'all. Guys, we have a challenge. $5 super chats before the end of the show. We're already at 2 or 3. Thanks to our good brothers who contributed to the stream. So help us reach the goal. Thank you. Sucker Season LA. Ask that dude where's 10 of 100. Please, bro. This guy, look, he wouldn't have been able to answer it because he's an idiot. He's an idiot, and he ran away. But thank you for the $5 holler. I appreciate that. Lunatic is in the building. Send a link. Let's talk about it. Real MFers don't care about entitlement. Oh, 100%. The link is there, and he's getting connected. It's still saying his device is not connected, but I see him trying to get in. So he's there. So don't leave, or you might miss a good. Hey, Tim Asana, ding, 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 ding. You have a Democrat candidate for governor who just dropped out, but for the past 2 weeks, people have been accusing him of being a predator. People have been saying that he raped women, and women have been producing video proof that he did assault them. Do you notice Roland won't even talk about it? Do you notice Roland won't even bring it up? Thank you, Tim Asana. Roland won't even bring it up. Why? Why? All right, bro is in the building. I got you right now. Just 1 second. Let me finish this point. So, guys, that's who Roland is. Roland is a Democrat protector. He's a gatekeeper. His job as the resident House Negro is not to criticize Democrats and hold them accountable. His job is to criticize Republicans and shame you if you don't vote Democrat. Eric Swalwell is one of the biggest stories in the country right now. On a channel as big as his, he could have easily surpassed 100,000 views. He hasn't. Why? Why? Why hasn't he hasn't even touched it? Because Roland don't care about black folks or black children or women or anybody. Roland just cares about the access that he is given when Democrats are in the highest position in the world. All right, the lunatic libertarian. Okay, go ahead.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm swell.
I want you to know that all centralized systems are failed. Yeah. I'm not arguing with government or socialists or Democrats or Republicans or conservatives. We have to understand that the institutionalized entities that control our brain now aren't about successfulness for the common human. So if you want to talk about institutionalized systems, right?
Okay.
That's what we're talking about, institutionalized systems. Why is the programming coming from the children to the parent and not vice versa? That's the first aspect I want to talk about, is how are the children telling adults what is and what isn't?
Children are telling adults what is and what isn't because women, feminists, they created the Child Protective Services, and it went from protecting children from abusive parents to stripping parents of the right to discipline their children. And so now, if you spank your kid or make your kid go to bed without dinner or ground your kid, they go to school, they tell their teacher about it, and then next thing you know, your kid's getting removed from you by the CPS. That's why you can't discipline at all. And that is directly connected to feminism.
Well, feminism was a CIA op. All centralized systems are failed. Education.
I mean, you can
failed.
keep saying that, but tell me, you got your mail today, didn't you? You got your mail today, didn't you?
The data.
I'm asking you a very simple question. Did you get your mail today?
That is not a federal institution.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The post office is not.
No. You are lying.
Okay.
The United States Postal Service is actually a private entity that is subsidized by the government. So, homie, you're absolutely wrong. Go look up the data.
I'm looking it up. I'll admit if I'm wrong.
And why does the United States Postal Service pay UPS and FedEx subsidies to deliver content that supposedly is provided by the government? Go look that up. Look up how many routes since 2020.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop, Hispanic durag man. You gotta let me, because you're wrong as fuck. Yes, the United States Postal. Hey, don't start talking. Don't start talking. Do not start filibustering me. I do not like that. Be a man.
That's AI, bro.
Be a man.
Real website.
Be a man. Listen, be a man and admit you were wrong. Just like I was going to be
a real website. A real.
Yes, the United States. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, the United States Postal Service is a federal institution and an independent agency of the executive branch. Created by Congress in 1970, it is not a private company, but operates as a hybrid. It is legally mandated to provide public service while funding its operations primarily through postage and service fees rather than by tax dollars. It is, the government literally owns it. It is an entity of.
Dude. Go across AI,
bro. Listen. So you don't know what AI is, but this comes directly.
Artificial intelligence.
Hold on. But if you look at the bottom, this comes directly from the USPS website. I'll click that just so you can see. Bro. Why would I lie to you? You do know AI tells you what the source is. It gives you it has three sources.
You think I'm gonna listen to a computer to tell me anything? Get the fuck out of here.
You probably learned some shit from the movie The Postman and believed it. Damn.
Get the fuck out of here. You are assuming and assimilating some kind of infrastructure of ideology to try and discredit me. Yet again, go back.
Okay, so this right now. Hold on. So we went to the
service.
Hold on, brother. We went to the. Hold on. We went to the sources, which is the official site of the USPS, and it's in. Look right here.
No, you didn't. You went to the Officer of Inspector General.
That's a government. USPS. That's a government site. What are you talking about?
.gov. So the government tells me something, and I'm supposed to believe it wholeheartedly. You are fucking wildin', homie.
I think the government knows who owns their institution.
I think the government doesn't know shit, and most people believe everything that it regurgitates through mainstream media. Don't disregard the Smith-Mundt Act of propaganda. So yet again, if you want to look at the legislation, let's look at the legislation. Come on.
I'm not looking up that shit. Everybody knows that the government owns the Postal Service.
Homie, because you mad.
Shout out to Aaron Dick. Hey, Shout out to AD for the $5 holler. What are you talking about, bro? You just got proven wrong, and you're not.
About stupid motherfuckers on YouTube that
You are not man enough. Listen. We're gonna do a man exercise.
Homie.
Be a man and admit you were wrong. Look, when you
Read
said it,
the
I was like,
legislation.
I said maybe I'm tripping.
No, you did not. No. First source resources. Go to the United States Postal Service and tell me exactly off their own website, their document, they get their.
We're moving to your next point.
AI, homie.
We're moving
Not
to your
AI.
next point. We're moving to your next point. What is your next point? See, this world. You said that was the first point, so there's a next one.
All right, hold on. How much do you believe the government is your friend?
I don't believe the government's my friend.
So why do you participate?
Why not?
No, why do you?
Because that is the apparatus that has been set up for us to select leadership according to the founding fathers.
No,
according
it's
to
not.
the social contract.
Hold on. You read the Constitution, then you go to the legislation. How many laws are in place or policies that circumvent the Constitution? Please tell me.
I would say that it's debatable. It's
So
debatable.
COVID completely abided by your Constitution.
Nothing from COVID was passed into law. Nothing at all.
No, but that's the difference.
You just said how many.
Policies.
You just said. Hold on.
Police are policy enforcers.
Stop yourself. Stop yourself.
No. Policy enforcers.
Self-control. Self-control.
What are you talking about?
There was not a police officer on earth who was like, I'm gonna arrest you if you don't stand 6 feet apart. That wasn't even a thing.
Get the fuck out of here.
There wasn't. The police were arresting people for not masking up. That's bullshit. I didn't see. Guys, tell them I could be wrong.
You didn't see on the internet, so it didn't exist.
I could be wrong. Let's see. Let me see.
Not to mention private entities just disregarding giving goods and services.
Yeah, the police.
Why are you over talking somebody? Do you have a point?
I was gonna agree with you.
Hold on.
I was gonna agree with you, but you won't shut up for 2 seconds and long enough for me to agree.
You were clicking, and then I unmuted, and then all of a sudden, when I started to speak, you wanted to speak. Because
I was looking up what you said.
Yeah, and am I correct?
You were correct.
Enforcers,
you were correct. Okay. I'm a man. I don't have a problem admitting when I was wrong. I don't know, like where I live, I didn't see it, but it definitely probably was happening, but that was wrong. But here's the thing. If your local government establishes a policy and they say they want the police to arrest you if you don't do this, it's up to the people to go push back against them and say, hey, that's unconstitutional. But in our society, you had a bunch of people who were so deathly terrified of catching COVID, they agreed and capitulated to whatever the government said in the name of being safe.
Well, they were complying because of fear.
Exactly. Right? But what I'm telling you is they were still complying. And not only complying, they were literally reporting each other. So they were complicit. They weren't just complying, they were complicit. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, when the people are reinforcing bullshit that the government is doing, you as an individual, it's very hard for you to fight back against it because they have the might. Yeah, you can't fight against the government and this population.
Oh, it's very easy.
No, it's not.
Just do it.
You end up like you.
Just do it. I'm sorry.
In a basement with a do-rag.
I'm sorry. I'm not in a basement. I'm outside. Hold on. Let me go outside. I'm outside.
You're not even outside. I'm outside. You're in the fucking garage. This guy's funny.
Hold on, I'm outside. I'm touching air.
Okay, touch the grass.
What's funny is that
that's AI.
That people that comply are the constituents that have authority. No, the people that don't comply are actually the constitutional right foremost people in the world. They don't give a fuck. You got the police out in front of you. That's a policy enforcer. They're wearing a uniform and a badge that gives them authority. According to what? The authority of the governed. Yet again, the situation that you're talking about is compliance. Do I give a fuck about talking to somebody about, oh, well, the law says, how many people break the law every day?
I'll tell you,
Hold on, answer that question. How many people break the law?
Millions of people break the law.
Millions
of people, I'm sure. Let me tell you something. This is a truth.
Every day.
If 500 people, I don't know where you live, but if 500 people,
in Wisconsin.
Okay, so if 500 people from Wisconsin went in front of your house, busted in your door, dragged you out of the house, and hung you from a tree, not a single one of those people will go to jail. Not a single one. You know why?
Anybody.
No, but I'm just saying in general. What I'm trying to get you to understand. You're not letting what I'm saying massage your brain long enough to understand my point. There gets to a certain point where the populace overrules the law, right?
No, the fuck it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Look at what happened during the George Floyd riots. When all those
Floyd, a fucking methamphetamine addict.
But I don't care about George Floyd. What I'm telling you though is those people went largely unprosecuted because you get
that's Minnesota.
Hold on, Wisconsin. You listen. A lot of those people went unprosecuted because what the people knew was that what the politicians knew was they're going to get a trial in front of a jury of their peers. And the same people who were out there protesting with them were going to be the people who judge whether they should go to jail or not. So they were like, we're not even going to waste our time trying to prosecute all these people because 99% of them are going to get off. And so what I'm telling you is there gets to a certain point where the population overrules even the government. If I live in the city of Long Beach in California. If when the George Floyd shit happened, people were out there fighting the police. At a certain point, the police were told to stand down. Do not mess with the rioters. Observe and report, that's it. Because why? They cannot fight the population. It's too many people. Then the National Guard came, and people kind of got scared of the National Guard, so they stopped doing shit.
I'm sorry, but I don't come from a position of fear from the state.
I'm not talking about no position of fear. This is a position of reality.
Exactly what you're talking about is compliance, right? So there was populations fighting the police. Okay, good on them.
Yeah.
But yet again, where do their security systems derive from? It's not from producing their own food. It's not being from a producer of their own outcomes. They still rely on the state to produce their outcomes for them. So I am not under the illusion at all.
You under illusion, maybe just not that one.
No, I'm not under. Oh, now you said, what illusion am I under, homie?
You're sounding a bit delusional.
No. I wanted to know where your security systems actually derive. I don't give a fuck about the state. I don't give a fuck about the police.
You don't have to give a F about it, but you pay your taxes every year.
Bro, I don't pay my fucking taxes. Do you
want to see
every nigga? Do you want to see every motherfucking nigga? Do you want to see it, bro? I will show you the $1,800 in.
So you don't pay your property. So you don't pay your property tax every year. You don't pay your property tax.
No.
How do you keep your house?
It's called understanding the actual law and how shit functions. Are you a private citizen or are you a non-resident alien?
I'm a private citizen.
Oh, so you are. Okay. So how do you operate in the private, homie?
I operate basically I am basically like in control of like my own like everything I do. I operate.
You own nothing, right? You own nothing.
No, I
it's
do.
Well, trust, right?
You know what? Yeah, if you have things in the trust, yes. So I would say I am a public citizen in a lot of ways, but I do have private business. You're muted. You muted yourself.
No, I'm just lipping it. I know I'm muted. I'm letting you speak, homie.
Oh, go ahead.
And that's the respect factor that I'll stay muted and let you speak.
No, you're good. No, you do have a point. I will concede that you do have a point. Because if you are operating in the public, even paying your taxes and all that, and you don't have things in a trust and all, yeah, you are operating in the public. You are technically a public citizen.
So yet again, as a libertarian, I'm going to tell you that I'm not absolute on everything as far as the operation of my life, which nobody should be, because there are things that will give you wisdom through failure. There are things that happen to where you have to statistically approach your life.
Oh, you're late.
Because say again.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to my daughter. She's late to practice.
But yet again, you're going to have to operate your life in a way that the systems are not going to be able to manipulate you. My whole thing as a libertarian is that you are a free individual. Nothing in this life costs money. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Now, if you... So, hold on. You're laughing. Tell me where the monetary system emphasizes that your life means anything according to a monetary standard, which is only a promissory note under 1848 legislation.
We know that.
Says, come on, let's go.
We know that a dollar is nothing but a representation of value. It's not real currency. It's not real. It has no intrinsic value. We know that. It's backed by labor.
No,
Bro, I'm not dumb.
Value. No one's
I'm not dumb. But how are you a libertarian? Libertarians believe in open borders.
No,
That's
I'm
why
an
I never.
anarchist.
Oh shit!
I go by libertarian just to get political shit passed through and talk to real human beings. I'm an anarchist.
I believe that
all my own outcomes. But yet again, I look at this 2004, right? F-350, right? 2004 F-350 diesel. It's 22 years old. It has no value, right?
Yeah.
Zero. Nothing.
But everything, that means every dollar you make with it is
no value. It's just a fucking object. It's a material thing that people think means it has value. And that's the problem. People don't put value in their children. People don't put value in their families.
He just said he's not a libertarian.
Value into.
What do they put value into?
I'm an anarchist.
I want to. Okay, yeah. Okay, so why are we even having this conversation? Anarchists, they want to destroy they want the government to dissolve. They just want to be out here.
Why do I need a security system that is full of pedophiles and baby eaters?
I think that when you're young, the idea of anarchy.
Homie.
I get it. We're young. You're not much older than me. We're relatively young. We can walk a mile or jog a mile if we really needed to.
Hey, you know that 1/3 of Generation X has been executed through abortion. 1/3.
I know that. I was just talking about that.
Are dead.
I was just talking about that the other day. So you'll like this channel. We know 1,150 black fetuses are aborted every day. So that's like multiple generations of black people that have been annihilated through abortion. So you'll like this channel because I talk about that.
How important are the motherfuckers? How important are the
Listen, to the feminists and to their mothers, not important at all.
Man, fuck the feminists. The feminists don't understand that the CIA orchestrated all feminists.
But they're important to us. That's why we. But they're important to us. That's why we bring it up and don't participate in it.
Right, don't participate. You want to participate in systems that supposedly give you control, supposedly give you superiority according to a hierarchy? You a bitch ass motherfucker to me. Fuck you.
I like some systems.
According to what? Because you
according
have
to a lot of different things. Yeah,
abundance,
convenience. Yep. Oh, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with convenience? Motherfucker, you got a car.
You don't suffer to actually accumulate.
You have a truck. You know why you got a truck? So your ass don't got to walk in the snow.
I'm a master diesel technician. Homie.
That doesn't mean anything. You still use.
I know.
You could be. I know mechanics who don't even own cars. Walk to work.
To work on my truck.
Okay, that don't mean nothing. You still have the truck for convenience because you still have to buy gas to go in it.
Hold on, no, what?
And you pay a tax on that gas
because I understand the chemistry.
But you don't. You go to the gas station.
No. Yet.
So you make all your own fuel. Stop lying.
Trust me. If you want to download from the frying pan to the fucking gas tank, go download it. It's from 2002.
Bro, I don't care about none of that. You go to that gas station and fill that. Do you go to that gas station? Listen, from the frying pan to the gas tank, I heard you. Listen. I remember what you said. Listen, I understand. I heard you. I recorded it. My mind moves very fast. I won't forget it. What I'm telling you is your ass is pulling that hoe up into a gas station and filling that bitch up with diesel. You ain't making diesel gasoline every day. Stop fronting.
I can show you the fucking tanks. Oh,
stop it.
Bro, I'm not even lying.
You can have the tanks, but you're not making that shit every day.
hold on. Let me go back to my backyard.
Nah, look, this dude he getting us indicted. I didn't say you didn't have chickens. I didn't say you didn't have chickens.
Oh, what do I got?
This man said he's showing me diesel tanks, and then he went to go show me chickens.
What the fuck? No, I'm saying that I don't give a fuck about what security systems are supposedly presented by the government, and I'm showing you I don't give a fuck about them security systems. They're my chickens. I didn't give a fuck about the eggs being produced by the government.
So you don't vote. So you don't vote.
Security systems, of which most people operate, are dependent on what somebody else tells them they can and cannot have. No,
bet.
No, that's fact.
Okay, bet. I agree with you. Okay, so
you can't
thank
have
you.
medicine because you a drug dealer. But
Okay,
again,
do you have any?
Companies produce?
Do you have a final message? Do you have a final message from audience before I move on?
The final message is: all centralized systems are failed. Come to the Lunatic Libertarian. Come to my channel. Come check me out. Larry Sharpe is running as a Marine black man for New York governor, but nobody's going to back him because he's actually got policies that actually help the human beings in the world. Most people don't want to secure themselves by their own production and their own failures in which they couldn't produce. Yet again, if you fail, you will be wise. I'm not relying on nobody but myself. Yet again, I'm a master diesel technician. I work out here in these streets. My fucking service truck's right over across the road. I run HVAC, electrical. I run welding. I run a bunch of shit. Yet again, the knowledge that I put up in this brain took me over 30 years to accumulate. And that took hard work. Most motherfuckers don't want to work hard no more. But yet again, we are the problem because we're the producers. So make sure that the infant consumers can still have their entitlements, right?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you. Have a blessed evening. This guy, he showed us the ice. Thank you, sir. Hey, that was very interesting. That was incredibly interesting, guys. I appreciate callers like that. I see where a lot of people, I see where people are coming from when they talk like that, but I also see where they're kind of running away with some shit and they should just slow it down because, you know, I think about my kids and stuff and I just think like, there are people who like get their kids hopped up on that stuff. And it's like, as an adult, you chose to like buy into that and you know when to turn it off and turn it on. But a kid doesn't know. If they're taught that from birth, they don't know when to turn that shit on and turn it off. And so really it just ends up being like an impediment to them in many cases. But we got one last topic to do because we're going an hour and 30. What do you guys think our final topic should be? Shout out to all 62 of my people in here. Shout out to my people on Twitter, formerly X, formerly known as Twitter. Shout out to my people on Facebook who are rocking with the channel, and shout out to my people on YouTube. You are all in the building. We got a healthy audience tonight. I like that, you know. And I know when we have an unhealthy, not a super great audience, super big audience, I know that's because of me, the topics I'm discussing. But sometimes I just don't ride the algorithm because I have other things. I have like introspective little tidbits that I want to discuss. And YouTube doesn't reward that unless you have a major channel. But people are just still out here attacking Trump. I'm over it already. People are basically in Iran. It just looks like Trump is dominating these fools. And all the doomers, all the black pill dudes, it just turns out that they were wrong. And they don't, and look, the beauty of when I was discussing with Lunatic Libertarian, when he said something and I was wrong about it, I just was like, you know what, dude, I agree with you. I was wrong. Even with that other guy, the other weird guy who called in first. If I was wrong, I would have just told him, hey, I was wrong. I have no problem being wrong. That's why this is like the best channel to come up and discuss, because if you really have a good argument, you can beat me in a debate. but you ain't winning this Trump debate. I'm sorry. You're not winning you could win the Trump debate. Let's say you can win that, but you're not going to win the Iran debate. There's no way the United States is losing to Iran. They are literally obliterating Iran. And somebody came and told me, oh, well, the troops, they're thinking about disobeying Trump's orders and all this shit. And I'm like, not from what I heard, because from what I'm hearing, the troops are the Navy, because I got a cousin out there in the Persian Gulf. He's like, dude, we are excited to be out in these streets whooping ass. He's like, they're excited about, they are excited about being in the straight, kicking Iran's ass. Shit, a lot of those dudes want to invade because they're just like, be sitting at home not doing anything. Makes the time go by faster. So it's really crazy. It's really crazy to me how people are still like trying to paint this as a loss. Maybe you're seeing something that I'm not seeing, but no, these people, these dudes are loving it. So it is what it is. And me, I love my country. I have no ill will against the United States, so I'm not going to make things up to try to undermine, in an attempt to undermine the success of the United States of America. There's no need to do that. But I know what is failing. California's homeless initiative. That's definitely failing. Why aren't more people talking about that? That's a big question. Let's go here. Hold on, this was a good one. This was really great. Let me see if I could connect this. Shout out to the You are out of shape. I am out of shape. That's why I'm working on it. That's why I'm hitting the damn gym tonight. I'm definitely out of shape. And I'm sick. I've been having like a little cough, but it's starting to go away. Thank God. It's starting to go away. So let me count my lucky Easter eggs for that. But yeah, these guys, I don't know why people think that I will never admit that I'm wrong. This is a good piece. I think this is the one where the troops are like super happy about, being at sea, kicking ass.
NATO was not there for us. And what it means, if they're not there for us here, they're not going to be there for us. So why are we spending hundreds of billions of dollars a year on NATO if they're not going to be with us? If they're not going to be with us on Iran, they're not going to be with us on a much bigger subject than Iran.
One of the things that kills me is people have an issue with the United States giving money to Israel, right? But they have no issue with the United States giving billions, way more money than we give to Israel, to NATO. At least when it's time to get cracking, Israel gets it cracking. But when you go to NATO, like, hey, we need to just use your bases. They're like, no, you can't use our bases, but we're giving them hundreds of billions of dollars a year. We shouldn't be giving any of these countries hundreds of billions of dollars. We shouldn't be giving any of these countries anything. You want to be in NATO, you got to pay. What club do you join and the other member and one member got to pay everybody's dues? That don't make sense to me.
Straight. I said, which is better? They said, either is okay, but you can call it either one. The only thing you can't call it is the Trump Strait. They don't like that idea.
Whether the Iranians like it or not, it's our water. Our guided missile destroyers are parked right off their coast, and they haven't done a thing about it. Not a missile, not a rocket, not even a peep from the Mosquito fleet. 10 tankers with Iranian oil tried to bust out, and we turned around all 10. Any ship that gets close, here's this. Listen.
The U.S. has announced a formal blockade of Iranian ports and coastal areas. This is illegal action. All vessels are advised to immediately return to port if leaving and discontinue transit to Iran if that is your next port of call. Do not attempt to breach the blockade. Vessels will be boarded for interdiction and seizure transiting to or from an Iranian port. Turn around and prepare to be boarded. If you do not comply with this blockade, we will use force. The whole of the United States Navy is ready to force compliance. Now.
Soon we'll have 3 carriers in the Gulf, the Lincoln, Ford, and Bush. The Lincoln has 5,000 sailors and Marines on board, executing the blockade from the Arabian Sea. The Ford's in the eastern Mediterranean, and the Bush is screaming up the Horn of Africa with 6,000 men ready for anything. In a week or so, we'll have the USS Boxer, an amphibious assault ship. The Marines on board are conducting chemical, radiological, and nuclear threat training, just in case. The USS Tripoli is also pulling blockade duty. Here are the boys conducting on-board close quarters training. These are the guys that rappel down from choppers and seize the ship's captain if a vessel with Iranian cargo doesn't follow orders. The Navy's loving the blockade. You know who else is? Morning Joe. He's hearing the same things we are.
They are actually very positive about the blockade. They believe the dynamics have changed radically and that Iran went from having time on their side to Iran now understanding they are going to have to eventually come to a deal. They're degraded radically when it comes to their military operations, and now they're really starting to feel the heat economically.
So this is what really confirmed what my cousin said for me. When you hear Morning Joe confirming what my cousin said and then confirming what Fox News said, it's like the doomers need to just shut the hell up. Because the place where you get your information is literally conceding that it was like when they talked about Trump and said he wasn't implicated in the Epstein files or by any of the women. Once the liberal mainstream media had to admit that, it was like, okay, this is done. This is over. Because they're going to, we have a liberal mainstream media that will hound a topic until they are literally forced to stop lying. They'll run it on their entertainment shows as if it's true, even though they know it's false. But when they're forced to admit on their so-called journalistic shows, it's done. Any little thing Trump does, they're on it. Any way they could go at Trump, they have a team of people looking for angles where they can attack Trump. So once they can see the doomers on YouTube and shit, they're not gonna do any better than these people. But I love that the troops are in good spirits.
If the United States, they say, will continue the blockade.
Iran's on the brink of bankruptcy. They're bleeding over $400 million a day. According to my math, that's $1.3 billion vaporized since Monday. And in less than 2 weeks, they'll have to cap their oil wells. Once the money dries up, their military will miss paychecks, and that could get ugly. On top of the naval blockade, Treasury's unleashing Operation Economic Fury. We're going to bomb their bank accounts. Iran attacked their Arab neighbors, and now it's payback.
We have pushed out to them the request that we want to freeze more funds of the leadership of the IRGC and any members of Iranian leadership. We have told countries that if you are buying Iranian oil, that if Iranian money is sitting in your banks, we are now willing to apply secondary sanctions, which is a very stern measure. And the Iranians should know that this is going to be the financial equivalent of what we saw in the kinetic activities.
The regime's cooked. The commander-in-chief says we're deep into the fourth quarter, basically, and we're about this close to the mercy rule being called.
I had to divert, because if I didn't do that, right now you would have Iran with a nuclear weapon. And if they had a nuclear weapon, you would be calling everybody over there, sir. And you don't want to do that.
Well, you keep saying was. Is this war over?
I think it's close to over, yeah. I mean, I view it as very close to over. You know what? If I pulled up stakes right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild that country. And we're not finished. We'll see what happens. I think they want to make a deal very badly.
The Iranians want round 2 of peace talks. And the Chinese are begging him to go back to Pakistan because now Beijing starting to feel the heat.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Again, when Iran announced that they don't have the ability to retrieve the mines that they allegedly planted in the strait, it was over, right? Because basically they gave us all the cover that we needed to go in and clear the strait ourselves. And I'm not even convinced that they actually planted mines. I think they lied about it, and they claimed that they did it in order to try to effectively block the strait by forcing ships to take precautions that they otherwise wouldn't have to take.
Yeah, I don't think they planted mines either, because there were a lot of reports from my sources that were saying like they were watching the strait and that there was no activity of boats on the strait from Iran. But obviously you have to take precautions, right? I think what Iran planned to do was just shoot at civilian ships if they tried to cross, and then they would have tried to blame it on mines. Oh, it was a mine that hit them, but really it was like an Iranian rocket. Shout out to Black Loki. Why didn't I get any sleep last night? Do I got bags under my eyes? Do I got enough bags under my eyes to carry $50 worth of groceries? So what's going on in the black world? I always talk about politics. I got to play this part where this lady eviscerated this punk ass faggot. Let me stop. Let me stop using that word. This bastard Wolf Blitzer. I hate this dude. He's an asshole. I hate this guy. Let me stop using derogatory terms.
Please. Congresswoman, thanks very much for coming in. Thanks for writing this important book. We're going to discuss it shortly, but let's get to some of the important news of the day first before we get to poisoned ivies. I love the title. Will tell us about that as well. President Trump has repeatedly claimed victory against Iran since the conflict began, only to continue with all the fighting that's going on. Now he says the war is, quote, very close to over. Is that real?
Well, look at the military achievements. The U.S. successfully destroyed the Iranian Navy, the Iranian Army, the missile capabilities, and has opened up the Strait of Hormuz to an international waterway, not allowing Iran to hold that hostage. And if you take a step back, Wolf, this is a terrorist regime. This goes back to 1979. It's the largest state sponsor of terrorism, funding Hamas and Hezbollah. They have blood of U.S. soldiers on their hands. They funded the October 7th attacks against Israel. So this was a very strong peace through strength military operation, and it shows the success of the greatest military in the world with a very decisive commander-in-chief.
It really does, right? Let's keep it 100. We are outclassing Russia and China when it comes to our military capabilities because we show the world what we can do, right? It's theoretical what China can do.
The most deployed division in the U.S.
Pillars, is
killed. And I represent Fort Drum, home of the 10th Mountain Division, the most deployed division in the U.S. Army since 9/11, where you had members of that military division who have been targeted and killed over the past decades by the Iranian terrorist regime and Iranian-backed militias. Our heart goes out to those service members who borne the ultimate sacrifice serving our nation. And we are keeping that in mind, and the president is every single day. But we have to take a step back, Pam. Iran has created war in the Middle East for decades, sowing chaos. It is a blood-stained terrorist regime, and to have peace in the long term, you have to get rid of the Iranian terrorist regime to bring peace to the Middle East. And it frankly has strengthened our alliances with countries like UAE, with countries like Saudi Arabia, and of course a very close ally, Israel.
I want to just follow up with you because there's the military operation aspect of this, what's happening in the Middle East, and then there's the politics of it, what's happening with the economy. I imagine you're hearing from your constituents on this. President Trump conceded to Fox News that the war with Iran will slow economic growth for some time. Do you agree with that assessment? And how much more challenging does it make your job ahead of the midterms, trying to keep control of Congress for the Republicans?
Well, first of all, we're having this conversation on an important day in domestic economic politics. So it's tax day in the United States, and Americans are having historic tax cuts because of the reconciliation bill we passed. And particularly in New York, I delivered the largest tax cut in history with the quadrupling of the state and local tax deduction. And I'm hearing from constituents who are saying, thank goodness you passed this tax bill. Certainly the president is correct that there are economic challenges in the short term, but this military operation is important not only for our national security, but for economic security for the long run. We are very focused on lowering the cost of living and making it more affordable, which is why, particularly in New York, I've been such an outspoken leader in lowering taxes, in lowering energy prices. And that's a challenge in a state like New York with single-party Democrat rule, where they continue to raise taxes, including today, where our state governor broke her promise and put forth a tax hike when people are already paying so much?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the aspect of the conflict where Iran may or may not be winning, I think that outlets like CNN help Iran when it comes to PR, right? When you talk about these type of conversations, like for example, I mean, look at
to Iran within the next few weeks. President Trump now says China has agreed not to send weapons to Iran. Can and should President Trump trust the Chinese leader Xi Jinping?
Well, first of all, President Trump is masterful in terms of the leadership he shows on the global stage, and other leaders of countries, whether they're adversaries, whether they're competitors, or whether they're allies, they fear President Trump. And I think a weak Iran weakens China. This is geostrategically in a smart decision for the United States and for, frankly, our principles, our Western civilization principles.
facts. It's all about China. Anybody analyzing this conflict?
Yeah, but she's right, and Greg is right too. We know what this really is. They're trying to defang China. They are unilaterally or asymmetrically surrounding China. They don't want China to not only be able. They don't want China to be able to project influence past a certain limit, and it's working. I mean, I love what Greg said about everything with China and Russia is theoretical. Guys, at this point, when we look at the militaristic capability of China and Russia, it's literally looking like they're in the 80s with their militaristic capability. The United States is like on another planet, basically, compared to them. And it's not even close. So you can say what you want to say. You can hate on America all you want to, but the reality is, as for now, America's straight up OP. We engaged in a 30-day war with a country with a population of 99 million people, and we lost 14 soldiers, and over half of them to accidents, not like actually getting shot or killed. Like, ain't nobody messing with the United States. Iran is talking a lot of tough shit, selling wolf tickets. And unfortunately, you're just believing it because you're not well researched. This is this lady right here. She's Elise Stefanik. She's actually running against Kathy Holcomb for the governor's seat of New York. And from what I'm hearing, she has a good chance to win as a Republican. But why wouldn't she? She's well-spoken. I'm talking about if Kamala Harris spoke the way this woman spoke, she would have won the presidency. She would have destroyed Donald Trump. Elise Stefanik comes with those points. Boom, 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 boom. She knows what to say. She knows what she thinks. She has them rehearsed. She's ready. That's a politician. That's someone who you can trust to represent you because you know that they've communicated their message clearly. They're not muddying the waters. You know they are capable of communicating your needs and your wants clearly. And I hope she does win the governor's seat of New York because Kathy Hochul is an absolute disaster. You got black kids who don't even know what a computer is. You lost. The strait is open to who Iran wants to go through. You all full of bluster. Iran's still standing. Claudette, baby. That's not true. No, I'm reading Claudette's things. These people this is called copium. They're trying to cope. Yes, Kathy Hochul did say that there are black kids who don't know what a computer is, bro. I'm not making that up. I don't know why black people don't know that, don't understand that. The Democrats have a disdain for us. That's why they want to eliminate us now. That's why they want to eliminate us. Because we're no longer putting up with the disrespect. Straight up. They're mad at us because we no longer are going to accept disrespect, bro. That's real. Straight up. Like, and if you don't want to, and if you're a Democrat and you don't want to accept this and you don't want to accept disrespect anymore, the Democrats ain't effing with you. Cause you they property, you they stuff. You do what they say. And the minute you want to stand up like a man or a woman and think for yourself, if they were truly your friend, they would encourage you to think for yourself. And that would strengthen the bond between blacks and Democrats. But they like, hell no.
So I wanted to write this article about Kathy Hochul's statement while on a forum in California, where she blatantly stated that there are black children within the Bronx who don't know the word computer.
Hold on. Here we go. I think this is it.
That what is happening, the power of supercomputing right now is in the hands of the large private companies. What if we created a consortium that opened up all the potential of AI to larger groups, such as college campuses? Right now we have, young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open.
How the fuck does she know what young black kids in the Bronx know? She don't live in the Bronx, ain't never lived in the Bronx. She is the governor, so she runs the state of New York, bro. She ain't no expert on what's going on in the city of New York, but that's an insult. You never hear Republicans say, why do you never hear Republicans saying insulting things to black people? It's always Democrats, because Democrats feel like they own you. You they property. America. Hey, go Goopinder. You want to come up? I gave you the link. There's the link, Goopinder. You wear glasses. Maybe you're smart. Every other Democrat who came up here today got cooked. Rotisserie. I'm just saying, man. Every other Democrat who got up here got cooked. But yeah. So Goopinder, I'll give you 1 minute. I'll give you 1 minute to come up here. But how do they feel? How do they have the audacity to say these things about us? Kids don't know what the word computer is.
Open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenges.
Why do people think that all you do is hate on your own people? I love my people. I love Ajane. I love this lady right here, 2025. She's amazing. She's great. I love my boy Zarth. He's black. I love my boy Azazel. He's black. What are you talking about? I love my boy Succasees in LA. What are you talking about, buddy? Black Loki, my boy is in the building. What are you talking about? I like black people. I just don't make excuses for black people, because I know black people don't need excuses to be made for us. We're capable of doing anything any other group can do, and even better. Y'all sit up and accept disrespect in the name of being liked. See me, I'm a field nigga. I don't give a fuck about being liked. All I want Master to do is leave me the hell alone and let me do my own thing. Right? That's all I want. Suck my boy laughing like Sagat. Master just gotta leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Y'all keep thinking, y'all follow behind the Democrats like dogs, thinking that a piece of sausage is gonna fall out their pocket. And as soon as it do, you're gonna realize it's actually a dick. But yeah, I just have my own agenda in my own mind. I don't need anyone to start a program for me. I just need somebody to leave me the hell alone and don't interfere with what the hell I be doing. That's what most black people, that was our sentiment back in the day. When we came out of slavery, we didn't want no handouts from Whitey, because we was afraid that he might put us back in slavery if we accepted something from him. We wanted to do business. We wanted to be left alone to our business. You want me to shoot that horse for you and you got some money for me, I'll come over here and shoot it for you. But I'm not staying after for lemonade and conversation and white cake. That's the type of black person I am. That's the type of black person I am. I got a lot of white neighbors. I don't be trying to be all up in their house and shit, trying to, oh, girl, what you doing? What you doing, buddy? And all that shit. I'm not one of them. I ain't that type of nigga. I'm the type, I'm going to nod at you when I walk past you. I'm going to say, how you doing? But don't start no shit, won't be no shit. I be getting into it with my neighbors sometimes. I be having to cuss their ass out sometimes. But it's after they try to cuss me out first. And we still neighbors and we still cordial. But sometimes I might be down here getting loud as fuck. They be like, shut the fuck up. I be like, you shut the fuck up, bitch. Like that type of thing. Right? You can't tell me what the fuck you can't tell me what to do. That's the type of black person I am. See, but I grew up in California. I went to like all white school. Well, they weren't all white, but I went to white schools and stuff. So I don't look at white people as like, oh, they're special. I look at white people like they're just people. And there's nothing that they can do for me that I can't do for myself. See, a lot of y'all grew up in the ghetto. A lot of y'all grew up in places where there wasn't much white folks around. So you guys have like a godlike reverence for white folks. And that's just not something that I have. So when I look at y'all acting like white folks gonna fix all your problems, I just be looking at y'all like, are y'all crazy? Are y'all really outside of y'all fucking mind? Can't nobody fix your life for you. Only you can do that. Only you can do that. I had this talk with my sister. Hey, bro, you need to stop waiting on somebody to rescue you. Get off your ass and go get a job. And move into an apartment. And she did, you know. But you just need that tough love, and that's what black people need. We need tough love. Black people don't need no more people, nobody else apologizing for them and making excuses for them. Shit don't make you better. That should make you weak. And that's why a lot of our people are weak. Zero emotional control. I was watching this movie, Good Deeds with Tyler Perry the other day. Y'all ever saw that movie? I was mad as hell that Negro Tyler Perry left that fine-ass Gabrielle Union for that dusty-ass Thandie Newton. I'm like, bro, that heifer and her baby is not your responsibility. You got a fine-ass stallion at the house who's just upset because you act like an automaton and you're boring. And you leave her to go run around and trick off on the help, essentially, a damn janitor. That movie pissed me off. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who got pissed off at the movie Good Deeds by Tyler Perry? I'm talking about Gabrielle was looking thick. Woo! Now, in real life, Gabrielle Union's crazy. But before I knew she was crazy, I had the biggest crush in the world on that girl. On God. Bro hooked up with the janitor. Should have named her Janet because she was a janitor. Right? But real talk. Real talk. That movie pissed me off. I was yelling at the damn screen. And I'm like, have I ever watched this before? And I feel like I might have saw it before, but maybe I fell asleep on it or didn't really pay attention. Man, that movie pissed me off. And I'm talking about, man, bro, the way Gabrielle was looking in that movie, bro. Woo! Lord, have mercy. She was looking good. She was looking good. She was looking like a cheddar biscuit in this bit. Y'all talk about me, I'm blacker than all y'all. Stop it. Ain't never one of you Negroes ever picked cotton, and neither have I, but I'm just saying. That's just what people who real black say. But yeah, I'm blacker than a lot of y'all. Stop it. Stop it, bro. You can't test my black heart. Bro, listen, bro. Bro. That movie had me so mad. I was literally just like, what is this nigga doing? What are you doing? The way I would have been caking Gabrielle Union and that, bro, if I was on that set, then I'm like, Tyler. They would have been like, Brandon. It's just a movie, dog. I would have been shooting my shot. Ain't no way in H I would have been able to work with Gabrielle Union and not been shooting my shot, bro. She was looking too damn good on that movie. Whoa! The legs. Bam, boom. What they talking about? You know that song by Kendrick Lamar. But Thandie Newton was just bony, bruh. I'm just like, this girl is skinny. And Gabrielle just walking through that damn apartment just looking thicker than a Snicker boy. Legs all buff and shit. Looked like she was really in the gym. I was mad. I was real mad about that. Then I'm like, she got a kid too. Bro was super simping. Come stay in a company apartment for free. Head ass nigga. He made me mad. I ain't ever been this pissed off about a movie. Samoan, shut up, Azazel. No damn Samoan. I ain't no damn Samoan. I don't eat booty. Bro, man, they don't even. I'm telling you, Thandi's so weak. They didn't even show no. They don't even got no pictures of her from the movie, bro. Like, she was so skinny. Look at this neck. This her in the movie. Jesus Christ, Lord. Jesus, Jiminy Christmas. Look at this, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Weak. She was weak. Look at this. I was trying to get the picture of her when she was standing. Look at this. Look at this little yuck. Yuck, Daffy Duck. Horrible. She ain't got nothing to shake. When she was walking in the movie, I could see straight between her thighs. Right? Our people missed a multi-trillion. If our people learned how to sell produce and produce anything from the fields, we could have owned the farm for sure. You ain't lying, Zarth. But yeah, yuckity yuck. I hated that. She was weak. But Gabrielle Union on the other hand. Baby. She had me turn into Nate Andrews off of Set It Off when I saw her. I'm like, you need a favor, baby? Come get in my Cadillac. Bro, when I'm talking about this girl was thick as hell. Woo! Just not even thick as hell. Just like stacked. Her legs were. There was this scene. They don't show her legs in the scene. But there's a scene in the movie where Tyler Perry was being a real geek. He was like dancing around the living room and shit. And man, when I'm telling you, this girl, it's this scene right here. Bro, this scene right here, go back and watch the movie. When bro thinks he's cool and he puts on a black t-shirt with black pants, this scene right here, she walks from stage left. And I'm telling you, you send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging. What? That's my song. Don't play LTZ. Now I'm swinging on you. You. Anyway, so she, when she came in stage left, bro, her legs were so muscular. I said, Lord. The movie wasn't even real for me no more after that. Because I said, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell no self-respecting black man is going to choose that bony-ass Thandie Newton over that. I said, Brandon Tucker and Defiant Brandon the same person, but you never catch them both in the same room at the same time type shit. I was lusting. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a man. Do I not bleed? 5'5", thick and man, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know how hooked I was on that show, Being Mary Jane. Oh my God. On that show, yikes. She was banging on that show. Come through, baby. Gabrielle Union's fine. Y'all don't even understand. She just crazy. She got a problem mentally. Mental. She has a problem. Mental. 4 C's. What does that mean? For color? I do. That's the only real. That's the only show with a lot of black people I really watched. What other show? Black people shows don't be that great. I watched a little bit of P-Valley, but that's just because my cousin was watching that shit nonstop. I was like, what the hell is going on? And my nephew, with his little fruity butt. That nigga love P-Valley. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. What you here watching? I can't do too much like on camera suggestive shit. I hate that. Oh, y'all talking about Suspect. Y'all talking about Suspect? Damn. Been rocking with Newton since Beloved and Mission Impossible. Danny Newton's a cool actress. She just ain't as fine as Gabrielle Union on any day, bro. She's not touching Gabrielle. Gabrielle Union is fine. Like, fine. She's going to be fine when she's elderly. That's how fine she is. Because she was doing Being Mary Jane and she was like in her 40s. And she was banging. I said, damn. Those are just chicks who like know how to stay in shape. Because you can totally tell she has that body where she could easily blow up and be fat. But you can tell she just keeps it together. And I really respect that. I respect the woman who has the fat genes but keeps it, keeps her shit together more so than a woman who's just naturally skinny. Because you skinny. But I'm talking about even this girl face, like she is fine. I think she got her nose done though, but she's still fine. That don't change nothing. Let me see. Now you got that song, You See Me Swinging, stuck in my freaking head, dude. Thanks a lot, buddy. Man, they got too many ads. Everything I try to put up with. Oh, there she go. There you go again. Ooh. How's that song go? She is fine, bro. This is a beautiful woman. She remind me of my mama. Hey, have y'all watched Nobody's Fool? Y'all gotta watch that shit. If you haven't watched that, watch it tonight. With family. Watch it with family. Yeah, there's a lot of black farmers still, guys. You just don't know about them because all you black people only pay attention to black farmers when they think they can weaponize it against Donald Trump, which is stupid to me. They have all types of farm fresh delivery services. You know what's crazy? You want to support black farmers? Why don't all these black-owned restaurants and shit get their produce from them? Bet you they won't do that. Because that's how we do as black people. It's everyone else's responsibility to make sure our people do well. It's not our responsibility. Hell, black people think it's the government responsibility to feed black children. But then be like, we black, black, I'm blackity black, off of us. Was that CB4? But yeah, and I'm black, y'all, I've never watched the movie CB4. So let that sink in. Maybe I'm not as black as I thought. But I have watched More Money, though. But yeah, guys, listen. Y'all really got me thinking about that swinging. You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging. I love that song. Trump finally goes off. Oh, Trump gonna go off on Zoran Mamdani. We talk about that tomorrow. Guys, I feel like y'all want to see more political stuff. Because a lot of my advisors are like, oh, people just want to see cultural stuff. And then I'm just like, yeah, but when I do the more cultural stuff, I get no views. But then when I'm doing like political stuff, I'm getting the views. I think this channel has transitioned from a Negro culture show to a political show. What do you guys think? Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to start putting polls and stuff in the chat. Pause. Poggity pause. But I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what song I've been on today though? I'm gonna play it on here. I'm gonna break all the YouTube copyright violations. Yeah, politics is lit to me too, bro. I mean, I'm getting old, so now I'm interested in shit like that. Like, where the hell y'all niggas at? What y'all been doing? Hey, I've been bumping this shit all day, low key.
God has a fun in you.
Y'all ain't up on this. Oh yeah, the side backs.
Growing up in time is a blessing.
Hey.
And I wait for more day running round. I wanna miss this.
I've been bumping this all day, man.
Oh.
let me to you.
Oh, baby, oh, sleepless nights, all the heartbreak I had, let me to you.
Hey, these are the type of niggas I fuck with, though. Y'all like niggas who want to steal your wallet and shoot you and fuck your girl. I like niggas that be doing stuff. I like niggas that's talented. You know what I'm saying? I be at the Soul Music Festival and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to no damn NBA Youngboy concert because there's too many real niggas there. Like, y'all, you don't like black people. I don't like ignorant people, be they black or any other race. Right? Right. I uplift. You, AJ, you uplift. I'm a singe these niggas straight from the depths of hell. Cause I just be really aiming my stuff at black men though, cause we do need our ass kicked in a lot of instances. Cause we just be out here just co-signing ignorance. You know, men don't realize how much power we have. But when you give away that power by co-signing nonsense and bullshit, you can't turn around and complain. Cause I'm gonna be real, even with like black women, right? Black men be like, black women don't listen to me. Bro, most times if you really try to come at a black woman for real, she's gonna listen to you. Like there's been black women even in public acting ignorant as hell, and I'll be like, hey, you need to calm down. And they'll be like, you right, you know, like this type of thing. But when you acting just as ignorant, you know what I'm saying? When you out here acting feminine, yeah, they looking at you like, how the hell you gonna tell me what to do? You acting worse than me. That's where you lose a lot of your respect. Fact. Yeah, exactly. Getting your ass kicked motivates you. Like, but that's where you lose a lot of your respect. Like, I can't be out here acting immature and childish, then coming to black women and children like, yeah, you need to listen to me. Like I'll give you one example. The do-rag wearing Puerto Rican dude. He made a point, and his point was right. I said, okay, you're right. I agree with you. How many black dudes would have tried to die on that fucking hill? How many black dudes would have been trying to argue and do mental gymnastics? I didn't forgot what the point was even that he made, but he was correct on it, whatever he was saying. Not the post office stuff, but it was something else we was arguing about. And I Googled it, and bro was right. Okay? But some people would have tried to do mental gymnastics to try to make it look like he was wrong in some roundabout way. I just literally was like, bro, you right. Keep it moving. The problem with the problem with too many black men and women is that we don't know how to be wrong. We don't know how to say, hey, man, you're right. I'm wrong. There's no skin off my back. It ain't a loss for me, really. It's just me giving you your flowers. You're right. Okay? We're going to do a show tomorrow about Almighty going to jail. I should do it tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow, Friday? Yeah, maybe I'll do a show tomorrow, Friday at 12 o'clock and just roast his ass. But, yeah, goodbye, nigga. Goodbye. Hey, that nigga hairline sitting back already. He coming back from jail looking like George Jefferson. That nigga suspect coming out of prison looking like George Costanza, bruh. That man is coming out of prison. He gonna go in almighty suspect. He gonna come out looking like George Costanza, bro. I swear to God. He gonna go in. What's his real name? Barone? He gonna go in Barone. And he's gonna come out George. Bro, if bro come out with this much hair on his head, it's gonna be a blessing to him. He gonna come out with less than this. This nigga head gonna be looking like a cue ball. He's still gonna be trying to wear that hat flipped to the side. This is how bro coming out of jail with less than that, because he got less than that now. Low-key, if you really think about it, George got more hair than bro. George Costanza at the beginning of Seinfeld had more hair than Barone has right now. I'm being real with you. I'm being 100%. Could you imagine that nigga's coming out looking like George Jefferson? Sherman Hemsley. He's done. He's done. He coming out looking like all the Georges on TV. The only George he ain't coming out looking like is George Jetson. Because he had a full head of hair, boy. He had a full head of hair, goddammit. Oh, suspect. That nigga hairline talking to him right now. That man's hairline is rebuking him in the name of Christ Jesus right now. You didn't got us in some bullshit. You knew we was barely hanging on to begin with, and now you're going to stress us out. That nigga will come back. You're not even going to recognize this nigga. I'm not going to lie to you. Unfortunately, bro died. But yeah, he going to come back. Bro going to come back looking just like this. Bro. Hey guys, he gonna walk in the no jumper. No one's gonna recognize. Hey guys, it's me, suspect. What? What? Who the fuck are you, George? Nah, it's me, Baron. Baron, who the fuck is Baron? Damn, everything has ads, bro. We trying to make fun of somebody. This nigga gonna come out looking just like this with that hat, that bottle cap he calls a hat. Flip to the back, dude. Bro, oh my. Dude, I wish I got my hands on him. I've never seen that much fear in a man's eyes. Bro literally ran like a bitch, like for real, for real. I wish they would have never cut the camera. So y'all could have really saw how much of a bitch that dude really. At that point, I lost all respect for that dude. I'm like, you gonna try to spit at me, then try to run? That was some whole ass shit right there. Then pull out a knife. Pulled out a knife. Come on, bro. Come on, brother. You gonna stab a black man after you spit on me? Like back in the day, people had the decency to say, okay, I spit on bro, I'm gonna just let him beat me up, or I'm gonna take a couple punches from him, then fall on the ground. Bro ain't even got that much respect. He ain't even got that much self-respect. Bro ran and hid behind the security. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad out here. I should just use suspects imprisonment to start like this whole arc of like no jumper commentary. Just say fuck it, right? Like, hey, we talk about no jumper on this channel all the time. I have enough no jumper people in my audience. Them lives will be lit for sure. But my mind, I need something that stimulates my brain. Nah, back in the day, like people hit you and they know you're gonna kill them, so they just ball up. They hit the ground. They know you'll beat the shit out of them. But they just gotta do it just like to prove they're a man, you know. Costa, my brother from the Chi. Bro, I'm coming to Chicago again, bro. We gotta link up, bro.
We can link up as long as we don't go to Connie's, bro. I cannot approve of Connie's.
You're a hating ass nigga.
I'm one of them niggas, bro. I'm a hater, bro. Like
Connie's is fire.
I can't get into it, bro. You know, I had it a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. The first couple times I had, I'm like, damn, it's smacking.
Man, like, exactly.
I guess I'm just a local, and I just got tired of it.
Don't tell me you trying to go to Domino's, bro.
Man, you playing? You kidding, right?
You know what I had last time I was there a couple months ago? I had beggars.
You know, beggars is decent. You know, my go-to, bro. Like, if you ever come out here, bro, you gotta slide to Phil's. It's right by the White Sox Stadium. Yeah, Phil's Pizza.
But is it a deep dish?
No. The locals don't eat deep dish, bro. Like, that's touristy.
That's facts.
That's touristy, bro. We like tavern, bro. Like,
why y'all don't eat deep dish?
Cause it's too much cheese, too much dough. Like, you gonna be messed up, bro.
Nah, I was good. I had about 2-3 slices, nigga.
I know you.
Good.
Yeah, if you ain't used to it, it's what's up. But like, If it's here all the time, it's like, oh yeah, you start to see the effects it really have on your body.
Yeah, oh, you'll die. If you eat that shit weekly, you're dying early for sure. Heart attack. Gone.
I gotta drink Coke
Easy.
when I eat deep dish, bro,
To
and
like-
I prefer Pequods.
To break down that fucking
Yeah.
Pequods. That's a place. I feel like I heard of that.
Yes, bro, it's been all on the Food Channel. It's widely regarded as the #1 deep dish in Chicago.
I'll decide that. What's the best hot dog spot?
Jewtown. I say Jewtown over there.
Yeah, but if you go to Jewtown, you got to get a Polish.
Right, they serve hot dogs too, though. They serve hot dogs too.
I never
Maxwell
tried
Street
it.
Polish. Maxwell Street Polish. You know.
I had the Polish. The Polish
you like
sausage.
hot dogs, Brandon?
Why not? You said some gay shit right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I had a hot dog. I know I sound a little un-American right now, but I ain't had a hot dog in like 10 years, y'all.
Bro, you live in the city that does it.
That does it, and they slap big pickles on your hot dog, and you better not say nothing about it, and don't put no ketchup on that hot dog. If you do, we're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Only mustard.
The place I like was the place where they curse you out.
Where's that? You put me on game.
Damn, it's got these two black ladies, and if you go there, they curse you out. The Wiener Circle?
Shit.
Is that what it's called?
Bro, yeah, you educate me. The Wiener Circle?
The Wiener Circle, bro. They cuss you out. You son of a bitch.
Okay. I think I heard something about that. See, it's so many places I still ain't. Hey, Brandon, I didn't grow up in Chicago. I grew up in the suburbs. I'm a bird.
But you've been there long enough?
Yeah, I've been here long enough, but I don't eat out enough.
I'm surprised you ain't bought about 4 houses in that bit.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I gotta be a landlord, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to live here though. Like, nah.
My damn cousin, shit, them houses in Chicago so damn cheap, bruh. You can buy a house like just on a random whim. Like, hey, I'm gonna buy a house, nigga. Like,
the thing is,
America
and they
also
offer first time home owners loan for like $16K right now. And the thing is, Illinois has
they want people to stay. They want people to stay.
Right. And
everybody want to leave.
And you know something about this because you live in Cali, but Illinois got high ass property taxes, bro. Like, so it's crazy.
Ain't no tax that high. I'll be getting me 2. I'm about to come out there and buy 2 houses in Illinois. I mean, in Indiana.
Indiana. That's what I'm saying, bro. Right there. Now you speaking. Now you talking.
We could be neighbors, bro. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if the Bears move to Northwest Indiana, there is a 99.9% chance that I'm buying 2 houses out there.
So you think this is finna be the Northwest Indiana Bears, or
they're gonna make it Chicago Bears? I don't care if it's Chicago Bears. They still gonna, but they're gonna.
I don't think they're gonna leave the city, bro.
Listen,
if they
bro.
do, they going to Arlington Heights. Bro.
In Indiana is laying out rolling. They should leave because I think Indiana gonna appreciate it more, and you're going into a new market. Because if you really think about it, all Indiana got is the Indianapolis Colts. That's it, and that's way down at the bottom of the state.
What about the Pacers?
That's basketball.
Okay,
but I'm talking about for football. You bring in a new market, bro. There's people in Northwest Indiana who got money, all types of dealerships for promotion. I don't think Arlington Heights, bro. I think Indiana. When I roll through Indiana,
they're trying to put it in Hammond.
But that's okay because you got the international airport right there in Gary.
Right.
So people who are fans can fly in there. That's way less congested than O'Hare.
And I think it's a better drive than to go all the way to Arlington Heights. Bro.
Way better
because it's more scenic as well. We got that Skyway Bridge, man, going up that sky, and you got to pay like 2 or 3 tolls, but it's worth it because the view that you get of the city is amazing. And not
bro, I've been on those toll roads, all that, bro. The first time I ever drove in Chicago, I drove through Chicago, stopped, got me a dog, got back on the freeway, and drove to Indiana, to Griffith, right? I mean, listen, if you're a newbie and like me, and you can drive out there in the snow and shit to go to Indiana, That's easy. That's easy right there. I would say it would be easier if we were just driving to the old Bears Stadium, because it gets very congested around where that stadium is at.
Bro. Oh my!
Bullshit.
I used to work right there on that museum campus, and leaving there, I remember I was taking the bus at this time, bro. I swear to God, bro, to move like 10 feet, it took like 30 minutes.
Bro, listen. One thing I love about Chicago, I don't see how y'all don't spend all y'all money up in them fucking museums. Actually, the museums is free, most of them.
Well, they're not free, but they're free for certain days for like Illinois residents.
Yeah, because I was up in them bitches for free. They didn't even check me. I walked right in.
You checked out MSI?
Bro, I went to every last one. I don't know what it was called, but I went to all of them. I was down there walking like a fool, cold as hell. It wasn't snowing, but it was freezing. Man, I got videos of me all up in the museums and shit. I love that. I'm into that. I could literally move to Chicago, bro. But let's check out this Wiener Circle. So I like this place. The hot dogs are really good as well. And the ladies were sweet. They was like, "You too cute. We not gonna curse you out." I was like, "Okay. Give me my damn hot dogs, bitch."
Pussy lips, what do you have?
I'm sorry?
What do you have with pussy lips?
I like...
No fried rice, motherfucker. Hurry up and buy.
I want to have a cheeseburger.
Extra pussy juice?
No.
Chicago style, come on.
What cheese do you have?
We got cheddar, pussy juice, and American.
Do you have like gorgonzola, like camembert?
What the fuck is like a taco stand?
Gruyere? No.
Cheddar burger or American, pussy lips?
Cheddar
or American?
Well, can I have...
Cheddar or American?
Okay, I want cheddar. No, wait, hang on a second. Okay, look, no ketchup because I'm allergic. I'm allergic to tomatoes.
You don't need to be in here.
I'm allergic to tomatoes. If I have it, I will. I'll balloon like the Hindenburg, and I will explode like the Hindenburg.
Well, you got a big ass head anyway, like you got to float off.
What goes well with like a cheddar burger, like?
Bro, this an Asian she roasted. She said no fried rice.
I like how much of a sport he is, though.
I mean, when you go there, you know what you're going in there. Like, you know there's...
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm sure there's someone who might be surprised, but they going in. But they thought I was cute, so they didn't bother me.
Got a pussy. I told you that.
Like a Côte d'Aron or maybe like a Sangiovese or something. No. Do you have vegan cheddar?
Oh Lord, what the fuck is this?
He's trolling.
No?
It's like a fucking vegetarian thing.
Okay. Yeah, all right, I'll take it.
You want to eat meat just like the meat on my pussy?
Do you?
Want it for here to go?
Do you?
You want it for here or to go?
For here, ma'am. Do you take MasterCard?
Yeah, I'm gonna swipe your card between my pussy. Cash on.
All right, that's enough of that. We didn't hear.
Yeah, she getting a little vulgar, man. Like,
bro, what you mean a little? She was going in there, but that's funny. I thought that was hilarious.
I think she really feeling folks though. I think she think he cute.
That's because you're black. Niggas always think somebody want them.
No, I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about I think she hitting on the Asian dude.
Bro, if a big ass girl like that coming for you, better run for the hills. Hell no. We both big. It's too much friction and sweat. Can't do it. That bitch gonna be feeling like, bitch gonna be feeling like we on a slip and slide.
I gotta rewatch your broadcast, bro, because I saw the title and I'm like, damn, man, I missed it, man. God damn it,
bro. What be catch you most, titles or thumbnails?
The titles for sure, bro. I think I'm more of a reader than like maybe a normal nigga. So like, maybe thumbnails are good too. You know, like I ain't gonna dump.
Yeah, cause my shit be like. I be just too up and down. Like, I be like, damn, my views is amazing. Like, last week, my shit was jumping. And then this week, it kind of, and I'm like, is it me that changed?
Maybe people had something to do this week, folks. Like,
man, damn them. Damn them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be rich. I'm trying to be rich in this bit. And then I'll go to other channels where niggas got 400,000 views on every video. And I'm like, this dude is boring as hell. That's one thing I will never understand about YouTube, about social media. It could be somebody who is lame, in my opinion, lame as hell. And then that person is getting 1 million views a video. And I'm like, I'm giving way more Like I'm like talking the whole time, interacting with the chat, all that. I don't know what it is. I think people just follow people who they see a lot of people following. You know, like it's a trendy thing. Like, oh, a lot of people follow this person. Let me see. Like I love Anton Daniels' channel. I also like Anton Daniels. I like O'Shea. I like Dinah's channel. I like Devori. I like Greg Foreman. I think those dudes give you your money's worth. But a lot of these people, they ain't doing shit. Maybe they just built up that like trust system with their audience over the years or whatever. But
I mean, that's usually what it is. Like your boy Tariq, you know, he can't do no wrong with his followers, man. So
that
they gonna
nigga got a cult, bro.
hell yeah, they down the ride, boy. They gonna drink that Kool-Aid if you tell them to.
Nigga.
So,
bro, listen, they will do whatever mental gymnastics you have to do to fucking make whatever Tariq is saying make sense. That nigga could be like, yeah, the earth is flat and the sky is pink. They'll be like, oh, but Tariq just joking. They literally, he's like a pastor. He get them to the edge and let them jump off on their own.
yeah,
He walk you right there.
No, he like Jim Jones, man. He's like a second coming of a Jesus to these people, man. Like,
you know,
he can't do no wrong.
And the crazy thing is, bro, I do know what our people want, but I'm so damn ideological. I'm an ideologue, so I just don't give it. Because I know what our people want. Our people want you, like a person who's using it really good as Afro Think Tank, just coming from that like place of being an authority. That's kind of how my channel used to be, right? But where I'm like, I'm an authority on this. I know more about this than you. Come over here and drink from the well of my knowledge. But man, like low key, maybe I've been listening to too much Neil deGrasse Tyson, where it's like, do you know enough to know that you don't know anything type shit? And like, I'm really on I guess I'm just on a journey of discovery for myself. Like, really learn how to research some shit. Really be strong enough, have the strength of character to accept when you wrong about something or stand on your square when you right about something. Like, don't just, I mean, bro, I've had people literally tell me, bro, you just got, I could show you the screen. I could show you the fucking messages. People have messaged me like, bro, you're too worried about telling people the truth. You need to just lie to these niggas because that's what they want and just get your money up.
Well, yeah.
Bro, I did a video where I was like, Trump is making this stupid mistake. Bro, that video boomed. I was like, it's so much. Like, even my boy Afro Think Tank, when he started bashing Trump, his channel exploded. That nigga literally was bashing Trump like every day for like 2 months. And bro went from like 40,000 subscribers or like 30,000 to like 80,000 in like 2 or 3 months. I was like, and he just kept on it. But listen, it is what it is. All in good time. And my thing is, I don't compare myself to anyone.
Because it's like you hit an algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm is booming for people who are bashing Trump. And what people got to understand is that's why a lot of your favorite social media people are riding that Trump bashing wave, bro. They think Candace Owens, Hodge twins, they think they're just bashing Trump because they just don't like Trump. No, bro, the algorithm is literally rewarding that. And if you do this shit for a living, you got to ride with whatever the algorithm is rewarding. It programs you as much as, you know, you program it, right? It's literally like, because they're literally choosing how many people they're sending your shit out to, how many people they're letting see your stuff, right? I have a 10% CTR, meaning 10% of the people they're showing are clicking. Then I look at how many people YouTube sent it to, and it'll be like, oh, we only sent it to 5,000 people. Well, damn, that makes sense. Makes sense I only got 500 views, right? Now, what if they would have sent that shit out to 10,000 people, 20,000 people, 30,000 people, 40,000 people? But YouTube definitely limits how many people they show certain content to. That's their little control mechanism. Like, okay, we decide who, you make it, but we decide who sees it, you know? Because I'll make a video about something, and then another channel will make a video about the same thing, and they'll do like 400,000 views, and I'll do like 40. And it's like, And at that point, they just, because this channel's bigger, more people saw it, and then they watched it. But it's all good. Hey, sucker season, straight up, that dude was an idiot. He lost that debate in the first 5 seconds. Oh, he tried to argue. And this is the part where I say, your man card is in question. He couldn't even admit that he was wrong. I lost all respect for that dude when he couldn't admit that he was wrong about that shit. That pissed me off, bro. But I like when people call in too. Maybe we'll just make this a whole call-in show. I'll do it like Dynas. Dynas, like, if nobody call in, he end the show. He'd be like, all right, we done. He get his first 2 minutes out. But we tighten this shit up. It's good. I'm really getting good with the thumbnails. What y'all think about the thumbnails? While y'all in here, give me a rating on the thumbnails, 1 to 10. Or you could give me an A through F rating. Do you guys think the thumbnails are appealing? Do you think the thumbnails are captivating? Should I change them or should I stick with what I'm doing? Do y'all look at those thumbnails like, oh, hell yeah, I'm clicking this? Oh, facts, he did it to himself. 100%. 100%. Not even close, bro. That guy was an idiot. That dude's mom definitely dropped him when he was little. My boy AD. All right. Yeah, but so hold on. But y'all don't forget to check out my other content I made. I posted a lot of videos today. I think I posted about 4 videos today. So I posted what did I post? Okay, y'all like the thumbnails? Cool, we'll keep it. We'll keep going with that. I like it because it's kind of original. It's kind of original. What the hell did I post today? I posted, y'all gotta go check these out. I think they're cool. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I posted one about Jada being toxic as hell, one about Kambala, and I posted one about with Larry Elder. So, but I do notice on my shorter videos, when I talk about celebs, those definitely get the more traction. So maybe I don't trust Kamala. Maybe I'll do like short videos about celebs and long content about politics. Yeah, but we good. But guys, let's get out of here. It's time for dinner. I smell something good cooking. It's time to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like bruh man from the 5th floor right now. You know, I just thought I'd come up here and give me something to eat. Modern. But thank y'all for watching this. I appreciate everything you do for me in this channel. Till the next time, take care of yourselves. But most importantly, please take care of each other.